well-dressed, a very handsome guy. He has made history in this city as a member of parliament, and in fact in the whole constituency. Now he's going to give a brief profile of himself. So Mr. Mayor, or Mr.
MPP, yeah.
Here, can you tell me something about yourself?
Sorry. That's all right. State of the heat, eh? There's lots of friends here in Niagara Falls.
Okay.
That's Snap, who is also here for the grand opening of the restaurant, which was very exciting this morning.
Okay. Can you tell me something about your achievements?
Well, I think we've done a lot of things. I've been elected for 2.5 years. We've been very successful in. At one time, they were going to close the Fort Erie racetrack. It's still up and running. And by the way, this Tuesday coming up is the biggest race that we have in Fort Erie. It's called the Prince of Wales. The purse is $500,000, but we'll have some of the best horses in Canada and the United States racing that day, with about 8,000 to 10,000. So that's very, very exciting, and we've been able to keep the track open when they're going to close it, protecting close to 1,000 jobs. The other issue that was really big in Niagara was the GO trade, which is important for getting people in and out of our community. And because we are all able to work together, all levels of government, including the mayor who's here today, Mayor Jim Diodati, myself, regional council, and others, we were able to convince the government that GO should come to Niagara. Now, they made that announcement. It's going to be in 2023. We still believe that's too long. We think it's got to be, the time frame's got to be shortened up, but that's a major, major victory for Niagara as we try to find ways for our young people to not only stay in Niagara, but be able to commute from Toronto, from Hamilton, so they can live right here in Niagara. And we're seeing that because we're seeing a lot of people from all over the province of Ontario move to Niagara Falls, including a lot of the people that are here today that are from Toronto or from Brampton, are now calling Niagara Falls home.
Okay, there's another important question I need to ask you. Apart from the falls here, the Niagara Falls, what other tourist areas or destinations do you have in this community?
Okay, it's good. Okay, bye-bye. Well, tourism is extremely important here in Niagara Falls, as you know. Every year we have 14 million, tourists come to Niagara Falls from all over the world, all different countries. And they come year after year after year, one, to see the falls, which is great. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. But outside the falls, you got to say, okay, what does Niagara have to offer? Well, in Niagara, I already mentioned about the racetrack. That's one thing that we go to. We have the casino, which is a lot of people love to gamble. But if you take a look at the other areas of Niagara, whether it be in Ridgeway, whether it be in Niagara-on-the-Lake, whether it be in Virgil, we have wineries that are second to none. We have now that we're one of the best craft brewers in the world, are being done right here in my riding of Niagara. And then you have the Shaw Festival, where you have theater, you have arts and culture, which is so important to celebrate our arts and culture. Very similar to what we're doing today. We opened the restaurant. We're celebrating our culture. We're celebrating our food. So there's so much to offer here in Niagara Falls, and I would recommend that anybody, if you're looking for a vacation, an affordable vacation, come to Niagara Falls. Join the 14 million people that are coming every single year to Niagara to celebrate our culture and our tourism.
Okay. And what about Niagara-on-the-Lake? Can you expand that for me, please?
Sure.
Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Okay, so Niagara-on-the-Lake from where we are today is about a 15 to 20 minute drive. And in some of my other comments earlier in the video, I talked about Niagara-on-the-Lake. Niagara-on-the-Lake is a beautiful old town. It's called the town of Niagara-on-the-Lake. It actually has a Lord Mayor. It doesn't have just a mayor, it has a Lord Mayor. And in Niagara-on-the-Lake, this is what you'd have. You drive down Highway 55, you have locally grown fruit, so you can stop on the side and you can buy fruit and vegetables that are grown right here locally, which is so important. It's fresh from there. And then you go a little further and you run into all the wineries. They're known for the best wine in the world. And then you go a little further and you see the Shaw Festival. You see lots of shops. And one thing that a lot of people don't know, they have some of the nicest golf courses as well, some beautiful golf courses there, and they have some great shopping. Niagara-on-the-Lake is another place that's just taken off.
Okay, and what do this community, is it growing or it's contracting?
Say that again?
Is the community, the city, is it growing or is it contracting by...
Well, the city is growing out and not in. So a lot of the people that are coming are buying up the homes that are being built out in South Niagara. You can't build the homes quick enough for people that are buying them and moving to Niagara Falls. So it's growing, but it's growing out, not necessarily in. So we still have a lot of brownfield that I think we have to try and find some use for. But outside, housing is just expanding, it's creating jobs, and like I said, people are coming from all over Ontario to move to Niagara. Not just Niagara Falls, Niagara-on-the-Lake, Fort Erie, well, and all of them.
So apart from the tourism here, what about agriculture? There is any emphasis on agriculture in these parts?
Well, I explained that with Niagara-on-the-Lake. That is all agriculture. All. That's where it all happens. There's fruits, there's wines, there's grape wines, there's all kinds of agriculture in the Niagara region, but particularly in Niagara.
So what is your plan to improve this, your riding?
Well, I think the plan is, I think I've explained it over the last few minutes. I think the big plan was that we needed to get GO Train down to Niagara. GO Train for us is a game changer. It's one that's going to allow us to continue to grow. If you take a look at GO everywhere in Southern Ontario, I use Barrie as an example, Oshawa as an example, everything starts going from there. And that means jobs. We just had a big announcement from GE, General Electric. They're coming down to Niagara. They're going to move into Welland. It's going to create thousands of jobs. These are the type of things that we have to continue to do here in Niagara. Some of the other advantages that have really helped for the last about 10 years in Canada, we've had what I would call a petrodollar. So our dollar was artificially high. It was around $1, $1.10 USA, and that hurt the manufacturing sector in the province of Ontario. Now that our dollar is floating somewhere between 75 and 80 cents, the manufacturers, particularly advanced manufacturing, is starting to come back. And when you talk about advanced manufacturing, why it's important for the province of Ontario is it's usually well paid, and they usually come with some benefits, and it comes with some skill. So that means it's going to help our young people move into good paying jobs and get themselves a skilled trade, whether that be as an electrician, a plumber, whatever's out there. It's going to create jobs for young people, because at the end of the day, the important part of making this province work is to make sure that our children and our grandkids have a future right here in the province of Ontario, right here in Niagara.
So how you envision this area to be in the next 5 years?
We're going to continue to grow. We're seeing that, and today's an example. It's every week we're seeing a new business open, and as you know, in Ontario, the economy is really driven by small business, and this is the second small business we opened in the last few days. So we're going to continue to see it grow. We still have to get our hospital built. You know, there's lots of talk around our hospital. We've got to get that up and running. You got to have good health care for all the residents of Niagara. So that's important. So I see over the course of the next 5 years, we get GO coming here, we get our hospital built, we put people back to work, and when you put people back to work, what happens is they pay taxes, which will give us the opportunity to put our roads and our sewers, but over and above that, be able to raise their families, and then say to their young children who maybe have been going to Toronto, or maybe been going to the southern states, or going to Europe to find jobs, look, there's going to be jobs right here in Niagara, and that's important to all of us.
Okay, Mr.
MPP, yep.
I must thank you very much, and you're a very affable man, you're a very handsome person, and from the report I've been having from inside and outside, you are very hardworking, dedicated, and approachable Member of Parliament for your region. I must congratulate you, but before which now I'll take a picture with you here.
There we go. You gotta get in here, where are you?
Thank you.
There you go. Got to tip it, maybe that, yeah? There we go. There we go. All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And it's my honor every day to be the MPP of this great riding of Niagara. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
You have done very well.
Is that good?